Hi everyone, thanks for watching. For the final episode, I want to share with you the 20 things I learned about myself and about life while training for a triathlon. Number 1, if you want it, prove it. Things don't happen to people who wait for them. They happen to people who show up and do the work. Visualization is an amazing tool, but it is a tool that needs to be translated into action. Number 2, the only person who looks out for you is you. This one sounds dark, but I don't think it is. Most of us are blessed to have friends and families and partners who are unendingly supportive, but at the end of the day, you are the one person who can look inside and decide what you need to do to succeed. Sometimes I think people are looking for someone else to save them, but you don't need someone else. You just need to be in tune with yourself. Number 3, being in tune with yourself is a practice skill. Keep working at it, it gets easier. I always call it the voice of my insides. And at first the voice of my insides was sort of a joke whenever I wanted pizza or chocolate or to wear my panda onesie to the gym. But I began to realize that the more time I spent listening carefully, the voice of my insides was a real thing. And as I listened to my inner thoughts more, it helped me to navigate when I needed to sleep more or eat more vegetables or push harder in training or take a rest. The more I listened and practiced that, the more I was in tune with what I needed. Number 4, there's no such thing as motivation. People always ask, how are you so motivated? And I think the concept of motivation is alienating because many people look inside of themselves and can't find motivation, so they feel unworthy or unable to complete a goal. Sometimes when I'm struggling in training, I feel guilty for losing my motivation. Truth is, I don't think there's such a thing. What some people call motivation is what I call simply preparing to succeed and setting up the right circumstances for yourself. For example, people marvel at the motivation to get up early and train. But do I want to get up early in the morning and train? I certainly do not. But if I don't get a good sleep, pack my lunch and sometimes breakfast beforehand, set out my clothes and have a plan on what I need to grab to get out the door, I'm going to wake up in the morning, feel overwhelmed, and go back to sleep. That is not for lack of motivation. That is for lack of preparation. So stop looking inside yourself and stop beating yourself up if you can't find motivation. It isn't there. Instead, start thinking about preparation. Number 6, if you are struggling in life, look back. See how far you've come and remember the obstacles you have conquered. Go through your personal highlight reel. You are strong. You are powerful. Visualizing your successes will help you remember that and help you conquer your present struggles.
Number 7, you have the capacity to surprise yourself.
Number 8, you also have the capacity to disappoint yourself. Number 9, a simple gesture of kindness goes a long way. When I first started swimming with an organized group this past year, I was extremely intimidated. They were fast and fit, and I didn't feel like I belonged. After a few weeks of going, one of my lane mates, Carol, mentioned that she noticed that I didn't have any hand paddles, and she told me that she had an extra pair that I could use that day. I tried to return them afterwards, and she told me that she didn't need them and that I could have them. I have treasured those hand paddles not only because it was a piece of equipment that was generously given to me that I couldn't afford, but also because they were a symbol of being included in the group. Number 10, the most inspiring people are not those to whom things come easy, but rather those who are fighting tooth and nail to succeed. Number 11, I think everyone is fighting tooth and nail to succeed. You can't always see it from the outside. So do not compare yourself to someone who makes it look easy. Number 12, comparison is the death of self-worth. Just don't do it. Number 13, join the naked showering club at your gym. If you're under the age of 40, you might be cringing at this suggestion. I used to dread the big banks of open showers at the gym, and I would always cross my fingers each time that one of the smaller stalls would be available. But as time went on, I became more comfortable. I realized that my body was beautiful, like all of the other bodies that I saw there. Big ones, small ones, older ones, ones that society deemed disproportionate, old ones and young ones. I'm not advocating being a creep in public showers, but it certainly is an education as to what a body actually looks like after the oversaturation of what the media tells us what our body should look like. Forget should. Number 14, be careful what you say out loud about yourself. First of all, I think that whatever we say out loud, especially negative things, affects us more than we know. We hear those things and we begin to believe them and manifest them. But on the flip side, you also never know who you are inspiring or bringing down. Since being a part of the triathlon world, I've heard many people talk disparagingly about their bodies or their finishing times. I've done the same. But I am starting to realize that perhaps I shouldn't give those thoughts weight and say them out loud. Because I have heard women I am jealous of disparage their bodies that I thought were beautiful, and I have heard them scoff at their times that I would kill to complete them. There is a time and a place for reflection, and it's really important in training and life to be able to move forward past failures and get to the next level of your abilities. Everyone is at different levels, so I would never suppose that someone should dumb down or censor their experience because of the perception of others. But one time, in the change room, I saw a young girl who was maybe 4 or 5 years old watching this woman talk about her own body and how important it was for her to get thinner. And then I saw this young girl go and get on the scale, and it made me sad. I can't count, so here's another 14. If you think a particular body type is required to be successful at a physical task, do yourself a favor and go to a swim class. When I first joined the swim class at Kinsman, I had some preconceived notions about how old the faster people would be and what their bodies would look like. I couldn't have been more wrong. There were bodies that were smaller than mine, bigger than mine, older than mine, and everything in between. Some were faster and some were slower, but none adhered to the standards I had set in my mind. It was proof of the first point. If you want it, prove it. Those faster swimmers, they were faster because they had worked at it, not because their bodies were smaller or younger or more anything than mine. Number 15. The number on your scale can only give you a numerical reflection of your relationship with gravity. It is not a reflection of your impact on this world. Number 16. Moving is winning. At times in life or a race, we want to throw up our hands, sit on the curb, cry, and give up. Don't do it. Moving is winning. Sometimes we have to slow down, but as long as we keep moving slowly, we are still working our way towards that end goal. If you sit on that curb, the finish line is still the same distance away, and getting going again after you've stopped is even harder. But if we move slowly, moving is winning. Number 17. You can have everything you want, just not all at once. In my most successful training blocks, my house was a mess, the laundry basket overflowed, and as much as I hate to admit it, my friendships were put on hold. But life is cyclical, and I haven't run in 2 weeks, but my social life is getting back to normal, and the laundry basket is only half full. My house is still a mess, but I'm learning that life is a juggling act, and if I drop a few balls, that doesn't make me a bad person, it makes me a human. So don't beat yourself up if you can't keep all the juggling balls in the air at once. Number 18. The best way to learn and grow is to surround yourself with people smarter than you. Surround yourself with greatness and you will rise to meet their level. These people will pick you up when you falter, and they will take your crazy ideas and help you run with them.
We're rolling.
Number 19. If you ever have the chance to convince someone to make a web series about your life, go for it. You will never feel cooler or dorkier. Number 20. This point is about being a triathlete, but I think it's really about anything you're trying to be. An actor, a mother, a teacher, whatever it is you aspire to be. I spent a long time exploring what it means to be a triathlete and trying to feel like one. Do you want to know what it takes to make a triathlete? It's not Lululemon or a certain % body fat or a Garmin or even how fast you complete on race day. It's training for 3 sports and doing them all in one damn day. So sometimes, you gotta forget all the rest of the details and just enjoy your life and your journey. Because really, that's all you got.